What is up, YouTube? It is your boy John here from Puma Plow, playing some more Farming Simulator 25. We're back on Alma, Missouri. Let's get to it. Hello?
Hello?
What's popping?
Oh,
Nick,
not a lot.
Nick, it's weird that you're here on a Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, it is, and I'm technically still getting paid right now.
Nice, brother. I know you said something about work was having issues today.
Yeah, about everyone in my department was gone by noon.
So you did? Oh, you did go to work today, huh?
Union laws.
Yep.
I worked 4 hours, so I could get paid for 8 hours today.
Nice. All right. Very nice. Very nice.
It's like I'll be definitely not using that Delta track.
The Delta track. What's the Delta track? That's the first stuff.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Is it broken?
No, it just doesn't turn right.
Oh, really? I can't wait to see Big Roy and how terrible it turns.
It turns a whole lot better, or seems better than the Delta track.
Although I did see you can have buddies in Big Roy. There's extra seats.
Yeah, you can have 2 other people.
I don't understand that, but I'm here for it. All right, so things to do on the farm right this minute would be we're planting oats still. I was gonna log in last night to plant the grass over in those two, and what is that, 4 and 6, but then I was like, oh, that's not gonna take that long. I forgot the oats still had to plant out here in 5. So is it time to invest in a planter?
Yep.
Yes,
I guess we should browse the new equipment briefly. Welcome in. What's poppin'? This versatile tractor, I bet the line of sight out of this thing is amazing. As low as the front of that hood sits,
Right?
like if you were IRL driving that thing, I bet it's awesome. Goes up to 400 horsepower.
bolt-on duals.
It has like not clamp-on duals. Oh my god.
There's only one other tractor that has that.
Wow. Oh, and you can get it in a row track. Road. Oh my god, like skinny tires, and they're not clamp-ons. Okay, this is you're coming home with me.
You're gonna get the US option?
Hold on, I haven't gotten there yet. What's that give you? Just a different hitch? Is that about all?
American hitch on it, and
yeah, different hitch.
Hitches in like 10 miles into your tractor.
Okay. I would definitely, if I had an extra 300, I actually do, a $316,000 later. Oh man. And then you can change the front weight too. That is a thing of beauty. Well, once you get rid of the plate, let's be honest. Now we're cooking with gas, dude. That's cool. Finally a tractor that looks like, I mean, I know versatile, like there's not a ton of them out there, but especially like around me, but that's awesome.
I've seen one of those tractors in real life, and they are a beautiful looking tractor.
Now I've seen, like Trent was talking about, like the big one. There's a construction company, earth moving company, that uses these around here.
Yeah.
So
what's nice is the track option doesn't cost money.
Really? Oh yeah, wider, skinnier belts. Yeah.
The only thing that costs money is if you want to put a bigger horsey engine in there.
That's awesome. And then of course there's a Big Roy, which is a real thing. It has 0 options besides a license plate,
but it's got all the power,
which I thought was funny. And I kind of wonder, do these ladders retract?
Yes.
Okay, because I was like, man, that is a wide.
See that whole panel that
is
connected to its
okay
slides in there.
All right, so 600 horsepower. It does articulate, and it does have extra seats in the back, which that's interesting that they face out and not like forward.
There's probably no leg room if they face forwards.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well, you'd be right behind your driver's seat.
Yeah, the axles don't go up or down.
Oh, there's no like. Well, yeah, I can see that. Thing is a beast, but it is a real thing, and there's one, I believe, is all they made.
I think so. Yeah, it's a 1 of 1.
Yeah, and then I definitely want this today. This is gonna help our planting. We plant so much corn and soybeans. 2 of these honestly would be lovely to have.
Well, how wide is that compared to our current seeder?
It's got a hydraulic jack on it. That's cool. This thing is 18 meters, Nick.
Goes 12 miles an hour.
Our current one is a whopping 7.6 meters at 7 miles an hour. So even if we get one,
I'd say, do we want to just sell the ones we have and buy one of those?
Yeah. So here's what we got. Our scenario for farming today, right? We've got the oats are being planted.
Nope.
We need to plant 4 and 6 in grass. So what I really need to do is I need to get something that can plant grass coming to the farm, even if it's only a lease, which I think that's probably our best option right now, right? Just like
the track, Vatterstad.
Yeah. I'm just gonna lease something. I'm not getting the Vatterstad. It's too big right now. Just get something coming to the farm. And just get that planted, right? Real quick.
Yep.
But if we want to take these corn planters, I'm down for that 100%. Take these to the shop, get them sold.
You like that new trailer?
Yeah. Hello.
Hi.
Sorry, I didn't have my flashy lights on yet. I know you couldn't see me there. Just bring it over here and we'll just do this number right there. I'll clean that up later. So after we get the corn planted and the oats planted and the grass planted, then of course we can fast time a day and do some fertilizing. So hopefully at that point we could look at the new fertilizer spreader. Maybe, hopefully. And then we get to June, Nick. Okay, you ready for this?
Yep.
We have 2, not 1, but 2. Basically, 2, all fields except for our grass fields. A harvest of corn that we need to sell.
Oh, fun.
Of dry corn, okay?
Yep.
Now, the problem is I don't actually think we're going to be able to sell all of it because we can't dry it all. Because the dryer only holds whatever on the output. It doesn't hold enough. We already have the train building full. And then we've got some tippers full. There's probably more tippers we could fill. But we have another 550 to dry and the building's already over half full. So that ain't gonna happen. That's okay. What's poppin', chat? Welcome in, guys. Happy DLC day. Hope everybody's doing well. What's up, Jeff?
What's like the price benefit of drying it versus normal corn?
It's about double.
I'd say at that point you could probably just justify leasing a couple of trailers or something.
Well, the problem is we'd have to lease them like a day or two, a month or two before, and that's a lot of leasing costs.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, we do own ground up there. Hold on. We own, okay, hear me out, chat. We could take dry corn up to around our, spinnery. Okay. Taylor shot. Wait, it's a Taylor. That's what. Okay. Anyway, we own 37 up here, right?
Yep.
We could technically take dry corn and dump it on that ground. Okay, and then it would be a very simple leasing cost of the, or actually we'd probably just buy like the snowblower thing to clean it back up. And that actually wouldn't be, I mean, it would be like hundreds of thousands of liters, but I'm here for it. I'm your favorite farmer. Appreciate it. I'm doing great. Kimmy, welcome in as well. What's going on? Happy Tuesday. What's poppin', y'all?
You like that?
I thought Matt's, or was it you, Trent, who posted that this morning? Matt. The Lieutenant Diane ice cream. Thought that was funny.
But looks like if you keep your semi engine on Trout River,
yeah,
and have just a little bit of line left in your trailer or spreader.
Oh, you can just drive up, you don't have to hit R, or like, yeah.
I left my engine on.
That's cool.
In the semi, I had like 3,000 liters left in the spreader.
Yeah.
And the trailer like auto emptied.
Nice. One Bad Badger, what's up? Now, the thing I don't like about the DLC today is they didn't give us another option for lime.
Yeah.
It's all solid fertilizer. So we still...
The new leader should do it.
We still only have one option for spreading lime in base game with DLCs. Now, obviously, there's mods. I understand that, but it's kind of wild.
Gonna have to just do a mod. Hi.
Right. All right. Let's grab this.
Batcar just resubscribed for 7 months.
Batcar, welcome back for 7 months. Do appreciate the resub. Hope all's well. Rats.
Say, Nick, I had to go to a modded spreader.
Yeah. It's got $99,000 back on them too. Now, granted, I did spend $17,000 on painting them up and stuff. That's okay. It's all good. In the Montana map. Started with 100K and no farm. All right. Chris, what's going on? We do have the new DLC. We're not unfortunately going to be able to pick much up from the DLC for a little while, but we do have the DLC, yes. Farmer Max, you're good. I was 5 minutes late today. You're okay. You are totally fine. Alright, so we gotta change this to grass. This is just a lease, and this is not part of the DLC. Yeah. Trying to get some stuff done so we can get to corn selling. Drag corn selling later today. As far as the Montana map, by the way, Trent, I saw you sell it, but Scully posted something interesting today in Discord. Just saying. Trent's not here. The new DLC is called the Plains and Prairie DLC. I can briefly, I'll show you the stuff in the shop once I turn the corner here. In just a second, we're trying to be productive, but I'll show you the DLC. Just wait 4 seconds, and then I will. Maybe 5. 6? Something like that. But anyway, Scully found a auto drive config for Judith Plains, Montana. So maybe, like, I don't know. I might have to do it. So we got a couple versatile tractors. We got some Fords. We got more versatiles, older stuff. We got Big Roy, 1-of-1 versatile tractor. It is a real thing. It's probably sitting in a museum somewhere if I had to guess. We got ladder stud, big cedar back. It's kind of like the old Seed Hawk, you know. We got a tank for that. We got a corn planter. We will be purchasing at least one of these today. That will happen at some point. We have the biggest auger wagon in base game farm sim plus DLCs now. This thing is absolutely massive. It holds like 88,000 liters. Requires 500 horsepower.
You're gonna need Big Roy just to move that.
Right. We have a sulfured fertilizer spreader with air boom. I think this thing's pretty sick. I think that's gonna have to be acquired. We have a sulfured tillage tool, so we can be like Larson Farms now with our sulfured stuff. Hang on. Okay, we're still driving. All right, let's go back to it. We have this this here trailer is really cool for hauling. What's it haul? It hauls everything. Okay, it hauls bulk. Oh, Nick. Oh, Nick. We're buying that trailer. For piling the dry corn on the ground, we can tip this trailer. Oh God. Okay. We're going to show you that in a little bit, chat.
That's interesting.
Yeah. We have some slurry handling equipment, a huge slurry trailer. This thing's a monster, and then 2 spreaders. We have this Fendt sprayer slash spreader air boom, like whatever you want. It's like a Swiss Army knife. And then we have an international truck that you can change into day cab, sleeper, whatever you want. And we didn't crash. Let's go.
Hello.
What's going on?
I had to remap my mouse.
Oh no.
I can't. I was pushing push to talk, but nothing happened.
Oh, I got you. We got through all that and I didn't crash, chat. Let's go. That was Plains and Prairie DLC speedrun.
By the way, the big auger wagon would just about make it to hold the corn.
Yeah, but it probably doesn't hold dry corn, because dry corn on this map is bulk, which is very unfortunate. But
Didn't
that's
it hold bulk?
No, not the auger wagon. It shouldn't. That trailer will. Yeah, no, it doesn't hold dry corn.
I was missing a bit.
Yeah, no,
you
you're
were
good.
talking about it, but
yeah, it's all good. Oh man, I should put that as a Plains and Prairie speed run TikTok or something. Very descriptive. I didn't say like any brand names besides Fendt. Sulfur. What can I say, chat? I'm good at what I do. All right.
And I'm back.
Or wait. Welcome back, Nick.
I am back
And
as
Trent.
well.
Trent.
Johnny.
How's the auto drive config?
It seems actually like very complete.
Nice. So I was gonna say, but you weren't here. I was calling you, you weren't here. I might have to work on a mod pack for Saturday, huh?
Yeah. I saw that. I was like, oh my gosh. I hope he kind of sees this.
Oh, I saw it. Don't worry.
I was kind of like half skeptical of like getting it.
Yeah, I was curious to see like how complete it was and how good it was. Yeah.
by the way, we don't need to worry about dumping on the ground because it's 2 months till we sell, and we have 340 liters left in the outgoing, and we make 72,000 per day.
Oh, okay. We're not gonna have. Dang it! I was gonna use that trailer, the new trailer, and with the and dump it on the ground with the new. Okay, that's fine.
So it looks like there's 6 farms, the production, sell points.
Wow.
Field
I'll
1 all the way
probably-
to 140.
I'll probably download that and look at it tonight.
But it's definitely not complete because fields 121 to 140 only has 121 and 122.
Is that not well? Hold on though. Is that once you get above that, isn't it plots of land, not fields? Because isn't there 120 something fields?
I think so.
That's
The only thing
probably
that's
what.
throwing
It
me
is.
off is the way that they labeled that folder.
Yeah, because there's not 140 something fields.
Yeah, because there's 121 and 122 is just top left.
Yeah, and then it goes to plots of land, not fields. Okay. But if you did want to do something with those plots of land, and maybe you wanted to make them into a field or something, you could throw them in that folder. That would make sense.
Oh, I didn't know the auger cart had that tarp.
What's our?
The Trout River, really cool live bottom trailer. Plus the brand,
Oh, I know what
they
you're
have
gonna
the
say.
they have the new fancy tarp.
Yeah, tarps that actually unroll. Is that what it is?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think we're still going to buy that trailer. I really want to check out that new trailer. And I think for when we do Lime, like, especially on 5, I know the homestead's right across the road, but...
At least on Trout River, still this is just under like 10 grand. It's like 9,800.
Oh, wow. It's not terrible. All right, so we're not going to have quite 2 full harvest of corn to sell, but it's still going to be a lot of corn. And we're gonna stay in debt, which I don't like, but it's fine, so that we can maybe pick up some new equipment today, or at least lease a couple of the new pieces today. Like, we're gonna have to fertilize a ton, so maybe just lease that fertilizer spreader. So.
And the Delta track has a new beacon.
Oh, really? That thing's like a dang old Swiss Army knife, man. It can slice and dice and julienne, can it?
Or the Delta track has it. The other two don't.
Oh, I got you. That thing can do anything. Except for lime. So.
Which one?
Oh, not the Delta track. What's the Fent called?
Rogator?
Rogator. Yeah, it can do everything but lime. Yeah.
Which doesn't make any sense to me, because at least where I'm from, that's something like that is basically all you do with that is use it for lime.
You can definitely lime with one of them, yes.
Oh.
As you can.
There's not many farmers around me around where I used to live, at least, that did pellet fertilizer.
Yeah.
Well, they were used for liming.
For the record, Mr. Wonderful Chat is cutting his grass.
I would have never guessed.
Can we take a shot every time he's cutting his grass? We're all gonna be alcoholics. He cuts his grass pretty much every other day. So, or maybe did he cut it Saturday? So he must have skipped a day. Yeah. So actually,
Sunday, I think.
Was it? Oh, I did stream Sunday, didn't I?
Yeah, he was mowing then.
It was during Montana. Yeah. Yeah. So it's right on track. So he'll cut again Thursday. So. You're marking your Mr. Wonderful bingo card. You probably should.
Sprayer has one of those weather things like Millennial Sprayer has.
Oh, to check wind?
Yeah, it has like a little white thing on the top left corner post.
So, speaking of Mr. Wonderful, he has a thing against either zoysia or Bermuda grass. I think it's Bermuda. So he's been buying this spray, which is like outrageously expensive apparently.
Nope.
Because he'll tell you he spent a lot of money on it. He's that kind of guy.
Oh.
Oh yeah. And so he sprayed his yard again with it, which apparently there's a bunch of that in the backyard. But not only does he spray his yard, he sprays part of the backyard has a chain link fence between our yards. He sprays through the chain link fence. So he's and up here in the front too, he sprays across the property line trying to kill the grass, which I get what he's doing, but buddy, come talk to us first, No.
You just go out there with the garden hose and just try to dilute it.
That would be great.
It's like, dude, don't kill our yard. Trying to make your yard nice.
Yeah.
And I don't know what he's got against Bermuda grass. It's a very nice, soft grass.
Yeah. What's going on? Nice loving the content. Appreciate you.
just resubscribed for 14 months. Here we go again. Another month of listening to stories about Mr. Wonderful.
Hey, without Mr. Wonderful and black BMWs, there would be no content. Do I thank him? Oh yeah, I went over and said, man, I really appreciate you trying to kill half my yard. He's such a nice guy. You betcha. Planets. That's a cookie. That's a good idea. I should do that. Yes. Overseed this fall in Bermuda, right on the property line.
Really get the handheld thing cranking and
Yep.
just lob it in his yard.
Wait
Or if you have,
waiting for a nice wind.
or if you have one like broadcast spreader like I do, just hold the triggers. That thing shoots grassy really far.
Oh yeah. No, I'm appreciating the reset, by the way, for 14. Thank you. Oh man. Any reason to choose this over a Kinsey? This plants grass. Kinsey doesn't plant grass. If you wanted to plant like wheat, you have to use this over the Kinsey. That would be the reason I'm using this right now, is I want to plant this field in grass. We're gonna be using that new seeder that came out today, but that doesn't plant grass. So. Handfuls of Bermuda. Oh no. I sprayed this field. Kill the strip of grass. Yeah, I mean, the only reason I'm even saying anything, because it's Mr. Wonderful, you know? Like, if it was somebody farming along my yard, which, first off, why would you be farming in my neighborhood? That would be odd. But, yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like, I wouldn't, like, at the farm, I don't care if the farmers, get a little friendly with property line. I don't care. But this
Even if
guy,
you're on GPS, you're still gonna get it.
yeah, you still have drift and stuff, but it's just, this guy is such a, starts with an A, all right? He's just such, yeah. Oh, that's the only reason I'll say anything, Okay, another perfect example.
Start with the B.
He's something, man. It's all the names. He has a saltwater pool in his backyard, okay? And something about, I guess he has to, like, backwash or something, or I don't know. But he runs a hose out towards the street to put the salt water in it. Like, there'll be, like, chunks of salt all down the street. But his hose isn't long enough to reach to the street. So he ends up putting the hose like right on the property line down by the street, but it's like, I don't know, 6 or 8 feet short of the street. So he ends up burning my grass all summer with that salt water.
Yeah, salt's terrible. We fight that a lot here.
They've planted the field. Nice. That's awesome. But yeah, I'll have like burnt grass. And a little bit of his yard will be burnt, but it slopes towards my yard and then towards the street. And it's like, buddy, just buy a hose that's like 10 feet longer. When we don't, yeah. Anyway, he's just that kind of guy. He's just Mr. Wonderful,
Just if I was you, just to spite him, I would take a 50-foot hose, a junk one, poke a bunch of holes in it, attach it to his hose,
right,
and then run it down his property, so that way it's dripping water the whole way, and then exit it, a foot short of the street.
Disc arrows are just a way to prep a field. They don't prevent weeds like plowing, no. Oh my god. Oh, I just hey, there's those really cool water hole punchers on TikTok shop. Can I fill that with glyphosate? That's just water.
I guess, and I kind of wish I had one of those neighbors, because I just like to complain about them.
Oh man. Yeah.
But my neighbor's way too nice. I have a bunch of raspberries plants.
Okay. Big raspberry guy, huh?
My mother-in-law was, so, and I am now, because I have a kid that loves berries.
Ah, there you go.
Well, they're planted on the property line, so the neighbor, we both get raspberries, plenty of raspberries every year.
Yeah.
And well, he's always liked the idea of being able to, whenever he wants to, just go out back and grab some fresh raspberries.
Sure.
Well, he's one of those guys that wants a really nice yard. but he
Okay.
pays people to come do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't really nice of them to overspray my raspberry bushes.
Oh no.
I talked to him about it, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Well, I've been looking for a reason to fire these guys." Well,
Some of that stuff can be really sensitive. I know grapes are very sensitive to, like,
yeah.
you know, Roundup.
That's the weird thing about like raspberries.
Mm-hmm.
They are pretty resilient plants, but
Till it
when
comes
you're
to Roundup.
yeah, right.
Roundup kills pretty much everything.
Actually, if you ever sprayed in his yard, there's probably spraying 2,4-D.
As I say, it's probably whatever is for Creeping Charlie because he's got that in his yard.
Scully, what's going on, man? Thanks for the auto drive config. I'm gonna check that out later tonight, hopefully. In the Discord. Some of the saltwater helps his grass grow. Oh, he's just, you know, I don't have a problem with any of my other neighbors. Like, we don't talk to anybody, you know? Nobody talks in this neighborhood. I don't have, like, they just do their thing, and but this guy just, like, he oversteps boundaries. Like, that's all there is to it. Like, my backyard apparently is his backyard. If he needs something, he'll just go back here. He don't care. Like,
But also, what does this guy do for a living where he can mow every 2 days?
he's retired.
Oh,
He was a construction worker.
nope.
Yeah. And so he is since retired. I think his wife is finally retired. His wife worked at a rather large government contractor.
Oh,
That her specific job might have had something to do with, like, things that fly and go whoosh, 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 whoosh.
oh, she made quite a bit of money.
She ran a facility.
Yeah, she made quite a bit of money.
Some things that fly and go whoosh, 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 whoosh. And she ran a facility that had something to do with that. So, yeah, they moved here from a country club. Okay. I don't know why they moved to this neighborhood. We're all just like a bunch of rednecks. And then these folks moving, you know?
Yeah.
She worked at Area 51. Nah, it was somewhere around St. Louis. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. That's my helicopter sound, by the way. Yeah, you're welcome.
Apparently, one of my neighbors is really nice. No, I've never spoken to the lady.
Those are the best kind of neighbors.
Oh, she's so the area, the house I live in was built in the 50s, and
Yeah.
the one of our next door neighbors is the original owner stole the house.
Okay.
So it's just like
Don't worry
she's
about
been
that.
here when my wife was a kid.
I'm glad to see they fixed this. Sorry, just had to update my planner to make it, you know, be on the ground. Oh gosh. Okay, so I think I want to say actually my dad technically is the oldest homeowner now, as far as like had the house the longest on our street. I want to say Pops is the OG now.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I grew up, there were still like original homeowners here.
I've
Actually, up
talked,
until like 10 years ago.
that's how it was in this neighborhood too, where there was a lot of original homeowners still.
Yeah. What's really odd about this street, actually, a bunch of the original homeowners are all like names from down by the farm. So it was like a bunch of farmers. Like, I guess one like moved here, and then like everybody else was like, well, I'll go build a house there too.
Bunch of farmers getting ready to retire.
Yeah, it was really weird. So yeah. Oh, Scoot, this isn't ours, brother. It's a lease. I would have bought it, but we only need it for planting this grass right now, and then I'm gonna buy this for planting corn and soybeans. Maybe 2 of these. So we are gonna, yeah. But we also might play Montana on Saturday, so we'll see.
But it is weird.
Uh-huh.
I talk to her son quite often,
Okay.
and he's been trying to convince her for years to, you know, either move out and downsize.
Yep.
Or at the very least, hire someone to come mow her yard.
Sure.
This lady is,
But
I think,
she's
in her
stubborn, right?
90s. Yeah,
Yep.
she's very stubborn. I think she's
Yep.
in her 90s and still mows her own grass.
Yeah. So sadly, none of the equipment. Yeah, I don't understand why we don't. Why do we only have one option for spreading lime in base game plus DLCs? I don't understand.
But
I'm
don't
just,
worry, John. You have a lot of options to spread solid fertilizer.
I say, well, there's probably a mod for that, right? Gilberry, what's going on? Nick, she sounds just like the lady that I used to call, or I would describe her as like the neighborhood grandma.
Yep.
This lady, she was widowed. Like, I was like 8 or something when her husband passed. Like, I was young, right?
Yeah.
And so she had kids, but they were, older, and so she was like the neighborhood grandma to all of us. And she would always sit out front on her porch, and she would read a book or whatever. A lot of times, she had a Pepsi, but a lot of times it was a Bud Light. Okay.
Nice.
And I never did get to share a beer with her because she was getting kind of old by the time I was of age to drink a beer. But
yeah,
she was just the best. And I used to pull my bike up to her porch, and we would sit there and talk about neighborhood gossip. And then I'd come home and tell mom everything.
And your mom was probably like, "Thank you."
Yeah, it was great.
But no.
Yeah.
So my wife said that when they first moved here, 'cause she remembers that she wasn't, she was born in older, little older. I guess at that point.
Hold on. So she was widowed 50 years ago? I'm not that freaking old. I'm not 58. Good Lord. Not that there's anything wrong with anybody being 58, but God, I'm not even 40 yet. You knew it'd get a reaction out of me.
He knew. But no, my wife said that when her and her sister were younger, that this lady and her husband, he's been passed for a long time.
Yeah.
They would buy them Easter baskets because they just missed the whole thing of having kids on the street. When all the houses were built and everyone bought the houses, every person that bought a house on our street had a family.
Yeah,
there was always kids running up and down the street.
Sure, yeah. Yep. Actually, the neighbor lady that used to live across the street from us, she, doesn't live there anymore, but she said one of the big selling points when she bought her house here all those years ago was listening to us neighborhood kids play outside. She goes, it just sounded like a neighborhood. All you kids were outside screaming and yelling and carrying on. I was like, every day.
I mean, honestly,
every day.
I kind of wish more, like younger families would buy houses where I live.
Yeah, we don't have, we have like one kid that lives anywhere. Like, there's no kids in this neighborhood.
Yeah, there's very few kids that, actual young kids that live on my street. There's a couple houses that have teenagers.
Mr. Wonderful would be complaining. Hey, he has grandkids that come over and hoop and holler and yell. So, I mean, he probably would yell at us to get off his lawn, yeah. We had this guy one time lived up around the corner from us at the end of the other street, which I know that means a lot to all of you. Harry, what's going on? But one time he had like a concrete driveway, and there was some pieces of concrete that were like loose at the end of his driveway. And my one buddy that used to live in this neighborhood, for some reason, he was like messing with those pieces of concrete, but it was like right at the street. And this guy came out and started screaming. Like the rest of us were like playing. There's a little park up there. The rest of us were playing at the little park, and Buddy came out screaming, "Don't touch my pieces of concrete!" And like my freshly salted lawn. Yes, that's exactly what he would say. So meant to be for families, but now it's rented to students. Oh dang. Your own grandkids or neighborhood. That's true. Yeah. Amish guy with a hat, not an Amish hat. Oh, I don't have my straw hat. My straw hat's in the truck. Yeah. I'm not Amish, but I do have a straw hat. It's just in the truck, which is not here, so I can't wear it right now. Isn't there an emote for that? Hold on.
It probably is.
Isn't there yeah, this one. It's the pie face with the straw hat. The pie face emote with the straw hat. Anyway, so Buddy was playing with these pieces of concrete, just kind of moving them around a little bit. They said, "Follow, appreciate you, welcome in," was popping, and dude came out yelling. Well, the funny thing is, dude knew my dad, because my dad sold him a lawnmower and like would pick it up and service it, and I would go with Dad to pick up this lawnmower. Buddy didn't recognize me, and he's like, "I need your parents' names and phone numbers. I'm gonna call them." And we all just got on our bikes and rode away. But we didn't turn down our street. We went to the next one to like throw him off, you know? It was great. Yeah.
A friend of mine, he had a neighbor. She was really old, retired, and she had a pile of lumber in her backyard, and the neighborhood kids were allowed to make a tree house in her backyard.
Nice.
And the only criteria for her to move to the elderly home was that all kids are allowed to play in the backyard.
Oh, nice.
And use that pile and so on. So,
nice.
So her son made that promise, and he kept it all the way to. He was about to go to a retirement home.
Nice.
That's awesome. Nice.
Usually that kind of stuff, it's like, yeah, sure, they can, whatever you want, and then you don't actually do it. Don't follow through.
Once they're in the home, nope, sell the property.
Yep, pretty much.
No, it was even so that she didn't sell the house to her son. She kept it in her name.
Gotcha. Welcome in. What's going on, y'all? But yeah, Mr. Wonderful. Gotta love him. You grew up in a one-street village. You couldn't pull that shenanigans. One-street village. Do they still exist? That's crazy.
I'd say the town I moved from, there was 408 people that lived in the town.
Yeah.
So everybody knew everybody.
Okay, just in my quote-unquote neighborhood, like before they added on to like the newer part, just my neighborhood, I think there's like 150 houses or something just in my one neighborhood.
That was that was bigger than the town I used to live in.
Gotta sell it before you go to the home. Yeah. – 140 people. Wow. That's not a lot of people. Hometown is 900 people and you love it. That's wild. I'm actually trying to look this up. 120 like 2 houses and just in my like neighborhood. Not counting like when they added to the newer part. So not too bad.
So remember how I was saying back maybe it's yesterday about the wildfires and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, this morning I walked outside my house and my breath was instantly taken away from me from all the smoke in the air.
Oh, yeah.
I could not see the intersection that's by my house. Was literally 2 houses away from my
Oh,
house.
wow.
Yeah.
Road has 10. In this stream, John attacks middle-aged people in small towns. First off, I didn't come from a small town. I came from the land down under. Okay. Wait, that's a song. No, my town has a lot of people. I'm not gonna tell you a number because you're gonna figure out where I live, but there's a lot of people. I didn't grow up on the farm, you know, so I grew up in town. Well, I mean, I wanted to grow up at the farm. It just didn't work out. Volcano in Italy erupted a few hours ago. Oh, yeah? That's not good. All right, so we're going to go ahead and roll everything here. Why not? We don't have to. We don't have to. We should finish liming over there a bit. Or not finish liming, but lime that little bit, but it'll buff. It'll be okay. 400 though, that's crazy.
So,
You grew up with 400 acres, nice.
Coming from a guy that lived out of town growing up, it wasn't that fun because all your friends lived in town. And that was a very long bike ride to town.
Oh God. Yeah, man, if I had to ride a bike from the farm to town, like if I was I would be a skinny person.
It wasn't like super far. It was 6 or 6.5 miles.
Yeah, I would be a skinny person. Oh man. I would definitely be a skinnier person than I am if I had to do that.
There was one day I got bored on summer vacation. I walked from our house to town and back.
Just because you could, huh?
I was hungry, so I wanted some powdered donuts. They sounded really good. I walked to town.
Those must have been some really good powdered donuts, bro.
They were not worth the walk.
I say, what were they dipped in? It surely wasn't powdered sugar.
Or whatever the little Hostess or little Debbie, whatever they were. Probably at that time they were probably a little Debbie.
Your friend's parents. Yeah. I mean, I grew up with the family next door, Casey's family. Like, I never called his mom and dad like mom and dad, but like they were definitely a second set of parents to me. Yeah, like 1000%. But we never called each other's parents mom and dad. In fact, what's funny about that actually is I always called them their first names. So like Casey's mom and dad, always called them their first names. But for some reason, Casey and his brother always called my parents Mr. and Mrs. like my last name. And I would always be like, guys, you don't have to do that. Like, what are you doing? But it was kind of weird. It's like, stop. Don't be so formal. Like, God. But now Casey like calls my dad his name, which is it's weird now that he actually calls him his name. So, yeah. Brothers, friends were your friends? Yeah. I could see that. Proper. No, I know it's proper, but it's like, yeah. Yeah, no, it's good.
That's like the weird thing, especially like when, you always call someone either Mr. or Mrs. and their last name. And then you turn 18 and they're like, oh, you can call me by this name. And you're like,
what?
Nope, I'm good.
I don't know about that.
That's just not right.
Yeah. And see, I was like, well, it was weird. Like, growing up, I had basically 3 grandparents because my mom's dad, passed away before my parents got married, right? So whenever we were like at the house and talking about a grandparent, we would say like grandma or grandpa, and then, well, it was weird. We'd say grandpa and then like last name when we only had one grandpa.
Yep.
But grandma, we would always say like grandma and a last name. But it's like, why? I don't know. But if we were with the person, we'd just call them grandma or grandpa, you know?
Yeah.
Boss won't call you by your last name. Some people just like a lot of Casey's dad's friends, they just referred to him as their last name. Like they wouldn't say his first name. They always just call him his last name.
Yeah.
I think that was from like work back in the day. He used to work with a bunch of his buddies. But yeah. Last name. Oh, okay. Interesting. But yeah, I don't know.
My grandpa always was KG.
You used to call him KG, huh? Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Not if I was talking to him, but
Okay.
if I was referring to him.
I gotcha. Yeah.
He was Carl Gustav, so it's KG.
I gotcha.
In the initial.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Won't call you for a reason. I gotcha. I cut grass for 1,000,000 years for a guy that we just referred to as CP. I didn't know his name for like 15 years. We just called him CP. I had no idea what his name was. He was the nicest man ever. He was a World War II veteran. The second one, CP. P as in like precision farming. That doesn't work, you know. Yeah. But he was a World War II veteran. And he didn't talk about nothing, which a lot of them didn't. Well, come to find out, like the last time he was moving out of his house, moving down south somewhere where his daughter lived, to kind of like, slow down and not be a homeowner anymore, and just go through the later years. And so he was cleaning out his house, and he called Dad up. He knew Dad forever, and a bunch of stuff in his garage. You guys want this? And we went over there one night and we got all kinds of random stuff, like a submersible water pump. I don't even know why he had it, but he did. I don't know. Just weird stuff. A set of tire chains. I don't know. They're still at the farm, I think. I don't know. And we're loading stuff up, and he started talking. Well, come to find out, he worked like counterintelligence back in the day. And it was one of those things where he was like he wasn't supposed to talk about nothing, so he didn't. But he had stories, let me tell you. And he told us a few that night. But before that, we didn't know. We just knew he was in the military. That's all we ever knew before. And yeah, counterintelligence.
It's an amazing thing what guys will start talking about once. It's
Yeah.
like a lot of people are, it's just class allotment is classified information.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's interesting when a lot of people start talking about the second that becomes unclassified information.
Sure.
My father was the same way. I didn't know anything about his military experience until like just a couple years ago when his stuff got unclassified.
Yeah. Sump pump for his basement. It wasn't a sump pump with like a float and stuff. It was like a submersible hooked to a garden hose. It's on when it's plugged in kind of pump. So I mean, you could rig it up as a sump pump with like a float and stuff, but it's not what that was. It was different. But I don't know why he had it. I don't know. So yeah. Your friend has top secret clearance. Can't tell you what he does. Yeah, there's all kinds of people like that. I used to know somebody that probably told me more than they were supposed to about some things once.
I say there's people out there that their families don't even know what they
Yeah,
do.
yeah. My cousin is married to a guy who served a lot of years in the Air Force, and when he was deployed overseas, you know, he would write home, and all he could say about his location was that it was dark and cold at night.
Nope.
All right. For the record, we're family friendly around here, so please keep the comments family friendly. But I get what you're going for there. But yeah, no, you're good. You don't know, it's all good. But yeah, yeah, that man has some stories too. He was a C-130 mechanic. Worked on C-130s. It's pretty cool.
John,
But
does that field work for the width you are at?
this side does, yeah.
Here?
Yeah. I don't know about the other
I
side
can't
yet.
detect any field.
Oh, you can't detect a field on the other side?
Nope.
Ruh-roh. That's not good. Oh boy. They work for the trade department. I could see that. Tomcat, what's up? Actually, let's see. I don't know what this guy. Okay. I know somebody. That's as far as we're gonna say. He's one of those guys. He's one of those guys that I don't really know what he does or who he works for. Let's be clear about that. But I do know that there might be passports that are in, it has his photo, but it has other names. And it's because of his job. He's not like, you know, illegal stuff. It's something with his job. So, and I know that he just like, he has to disappear once in a while for work. And it's all legal. It's above board. He's doing something, you know. Yeah. So, yeah. He's James Bond. I could see that actually out of this guy. Super nice guy. Oh man. Yeah, I know of him. I've talked to him a few times. Yeah, super nice guy. Nick, are you in here? Where you at?
Yeah, I'm over by the corn dryer.
You want to grab this the John Deere 3650 and get it out of that field, please?
Sure.
We're gonna be rolling that bad boy here in a second. Or, you know, attempting. You know what I mean.
Yep.
All right, appreciate it. Interesting. But yeah, I thought that was, yeah. There's a lot of that out there, you know. A lot of the, yeah, I can't talk about what I do. But then I know somebody that's definitely not supposed to talk about what they do. But man, last time I saw them, they talked about a lot of stuff they do at work. And it's like, you're not supposed to talk about that. I know you're not supposed to tell us this.
makes a difference if they have consumed any adult beverages.
He had not. Let's put it this way: he works for something.
Now I got lines.
I do. Yeah, you got lines. I got lines. Which part of the field do you want? You want these shorter passes? I'll go to the long ones.
I can start down here and you go with the efficiency up north.
Right. Yeah, I can't tell you what he said. I'll tell you. I'd tell you guys off stream, but I can't. Not gonna say that on stream. Definitely not gonna say anything about that on stream. But it was really cool. Oh man. But that's all I can say about that. And he definitely has, like, I don't know what kind of clearance he carries, but I'm sure it's a good one. Cause yeah, I know what he does. I probably shouldn't. Oh my goodness. It's kind of wild, actually. Just saying. And
Even though,
what?
even though you shouldn't know it and you do, it's still not your fault if someone ever figures that out.
True.
Because you can't help that you overheard him talking about it.
The movie War Games that you said, yeah, and he just a look. That's awesome. Oh man. Well, I wouldn't want to like get anybody in trouble, Nick, you know?
Right.
Especially like, yeah, I just wouldn't want to get anybody in trouble. So it's all good. All right. So chat, what are we thinking for fertilizer? Do we get the sulfured in like a demo probably, or do we go with the Fent? Or do we get both? I mean, you know, we could.
We could probably go for both and see what we want for next time.
True.
Oh, is there a power?
Power what?
How much power does everything need?
Well, that needs 360 horsepower, and then the Fent is self-propelled. So,
Oh.
yeah, be one toe behind and one self-propelled. I mean, we do have a lot of acreage to cover, so we can get both. If we're gonna lease them, we can lease both.
Yeah.
All right. All of them for science. Yes, I agree. I do agree. But first, we're gonna finish. We're gonna knock this field out. We're rolling. We've already come so far on the rolling. We might as well finish the rolling at this point. So we'll get this done, and then we'll go a day, and we'll be able to fertilize.
I'm honestly kind of surprised you even have a roller.
I don't know why I've been kind of into it lately.
Oh.
Okay, that's kind of interesting. We don't have, I guess you wouldn't have a skinny tire option. So actually something like this should be used before we plant. Since we're on non-precision, we could do that. Oh well, we already had everything planted. That would be a good one to take out in the fall after harvest and lay down a fertilizer pass with it. That would be where that would make sense. Or like in the spring and then do like a little tillage and then you could finish fertilizing with the planter. Something like that. Yeah, I don't know, Nick. We've had this small roller forever.
Yep.
And for some reason, I've been like into doing all the different steps, and I don't know why. Because normally rolling, it's not worth my time.
Right.
I feel like.
Yep.
But technically, we've been mulching too, because our plows have mulchers on them, and so does our cultivator. So.
Oh.
We've been mulching. We've been rolling. Now we don't roll every time. Sometimes I don't take the time on stream to roll, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw that, we've had the rollers and everything. I was just like,
Yeah.
that is interesting.
The only benefit from a roller is after planting. You can roll any other time you want, but you're not going to get any benefit out of it, so there's no point. And that is Puma Plow tested and approved message. We did science. At least that was back when the game came out. Who knows now? They've probably changed it 12 times. But I believe the only benefit you get is after planting.
I say watch someone from, Giant saw your testing and you're like, oh, we gotta actually fix this now.
You gotta change. Yeah, they don't
They don't
watch me. They don't watch me. Guarantee it. Roll after planting. Yep. If they did watch me, they would probably cry because the truth, you know.
Yeah.
Like I was telling my dad about how the quote unquote realistic spread pattern on precision for, you know, spread lime, how it's like really heavy in the center and like nothing on the edges. And he just goes, yeah, maybe back in like the 50s.
Yeah.
And then I was talking to him more about it and he goes, do they have anybody that knows about farming that works for them? And I was like, man, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it.
No, does not.
But yeah, no, it was funny. Dad was roasting him. It was great. I don't think they do. No, I don't think they do either. Honestly, they need to like watch Larson Farms or something, you know, because like they've done spreader tests on their videos before, and they'll put out like a pan every 2 feet and then run a spreader across and then like literally count everything that's in there and weigh it out and
Yeah, see how accurate your spreader's doing.
yeah. So the stream, you know, I forgot they were doing a stream yesterday. I need to go and watch it. Maybe I'll try to listen to it tonight. I mean, yeah, listen to it, not watch it, but yeah, I'll try to do that tonight. And for the going back to the spreaders, like lime does clump. Right. So I don't know if like the air boom one, like I don't know about putting lime through an air boom. I don't know how well that would work. But Salford does make a regular spreader too. They don't just make it with an air boom. They do have a regular spreader. And by that logic, by the way, of not putting it through an air boom, why can't we have lime in this thing? Now, granted, you'd be filling up every 4 feet, but
yeah,
why? Is that a dual product? It's got 4 like meter, like their chains in it, huh?
That's different.
That thing must have 2 hoppers in it. Yeah, like front and back bins.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know unless we buy it or lease it. Take the cover off, you know. Yeah. Which that's another thing I don't understand. Why do we only have nitrogen? Why don't we have potassium and phosphate and like different types of fertilizer? Why do we only have one?
Because that's probably the only kind they know, because that's only what you get for doing your grass.
They Googled how to farm, and that's the only one that came up. Oh, man.
At least on precision, they could have that you need
Precision.
to order.
Yeah. There should definitely be different types of fertilizer.
A special mix of
a special blend. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's not just nitrogen. There's other stuff. Somebody looked up.
Because precision is quite in depth.
Oh yeah. And that wouldn't
after all, but and you could have a switch, yes or no.
Yeah. Make it an option. Sure. Yeah, I don't know how well lime would go through the boom, but a regular spreader, sure, bring it on. So
my big question is, like, with the whole precision,
yeah.
How did they manage to screw it up when it's been in the game for?
You're talking about the company that made it.
I don't know.
Yeah, but like it's been in the game for a while. The engine really hasn't changed.
Right.
So at the same point, it's almost like a copy and paste, just with some tweaks.
Yeah. Speaking of modders making mods to fix it, did y'all see that? I guess it's in the. I think I saw. Yeah, it's in the Mod Hub. Somebody came out with the pickup head for the Nexat, where you can put the
edit part, but yeah.
Yeah, but you can put the pickup head on the next set now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So you could
Pickup
run like
head.
the Macadon pickup head.
Oh.
Yeah. And I was like, that's funny. Yeah. So if you owned a swath and get your bonus from swathing, then
Then get your
you know,
bonus for the next set.
yeah. And I guess I don't know. Stack all the
Yeah,
bonuses up.
Thing just looked so weird on it though.
It did look very odd.
Strange that they haven't got the Macdon head in front of the pickup head, so you can do both at once.
Right. Surprised Giants allowed that. Yeah. Well, is it like an attachment, or does it actually edit the Macdon or the next set? Because those are technically DLCs. If it's like an attachment that goes between them, I could see that, but I don't know. I didn't look that close at it.
No, it does say like you need both DLCs.
Sure.
So it's probably just an attachment.
Maybe that's how they're getting around it, though. Yeah. So we have the DLC on. We haven't been able to mess with any of the stuff yet. We are going to be getting the fertilizer spreaders here in a few minutes once we get done rolling this field, and then we fast time a month. We're almost done rolling, so we got 2 of us out here. CBM, what's going on, man? Welcome in. So we will be messing with a little bit of the DLC today. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of money right now. We are going to pick up a planter later. Maybe the semi truck and that trailer, and maybe a tractor. You never know. You never know what we'll get into at some point today. Oh yeah, I'm thinking we might trade one of these cases out for a Ford.
Yep.
Just to do it. So the only problem is they don't have as much horsepower. Unless we go with Big Roy.
475.
Hey, we could always just, just for
Yeah,
the fun of it, we could just try Big Roy, see if it works or not.
we could try Big Roy. I mean, it's only $200,000, Nick.
Yep.
You can
It's
get
basically
that
a big bud.
Yeah.
You
I'm
can
here
get
for it.
that in one pass.
I don't know. Probably. I'll try. It's all good either way. Buy it. Yes. Well, so once we get to June, we are going to be selling a bunch of that dry corn, or all the dry corn that we have at the time. So we'll have some money to play with after that. I would like to get a combine today, but we'll see.
But just not a big fan of leaving all your crop on the ground with the gleaner.
It's
The other
only
day-
half.
Yeah, the other day when I was harvesting, Nick, I was like, wow, we got, 800,000 liters of corn. And there's that much more laying in the field.
Hey, you left half of it on the field.
Hey, in real life, that's exactly how it would have been.
No. First off, we would be fools to not say all combines leave a lot of grain on the ground.
Yes, all do.
And there's, all headers have header loss, like they do.
Like
You should
corn,
see, I don't know about up where you're at, Nick, but around here after harvest, my God, the volunteer corn and soybeans, holy cow.
So where I used to live at in Iowa, we didn't.
You
get
had probably had it there.
We didn't get a whole lot of like actual volunteer growth in this fall. It's always the spring.
Yeah, too cold. Oh, in the spring. Okay, yeah.
But it also there wasn't a whole lot of it because we used Roundup Ready soybeans,
Yeah.
and the corn that all the farmers around me used could not withstand Roundup.
Oh, they didn't use Roundup Ready corn? I got you.
They did that for a reason, so that way, like there's something with like the volunteer corn. If it got too big, it could damage their bean head or something. When it was trying to cut it, it's not to,
Yeah.
as they're not designed for that.
Sure.
Oh, there's all sorts of growth from it.
The planter's not direct seed, but the seeder is. Okay, that's fine. I like tillage personally, so it don't bother me none. Don't bother me none. So yeah.
I do like that edited weeder that came out yesterday.
Oh yeah.
You know the Elmer's weeder that we have in game.
Sure.
You can adjust the tines on it to make it either a mulcher, weeder, or a do some type of tillage.
Oh really? Oh, that one. Okay. I got you.
Do we put
I
the
had to
tow
look.
behind on the 84?
The fertilizer on the 84?
Yeah.
As long as it has the horsepower, sure.
And now I have like 3 lines of disc carrots.
You're tempted to post a screenshot from the... Uh-oh. What's wrong with the new theater limo? So, throw it in Discord, man. I want to see... let's see it.
Oh. You
Here.
make this thing adjustable, tillage, mulcher, or a weeder.
Nice. You're telling me something might not be up to snuff? No.
Never.
All right, I'm going to return that cedar before we accidentally...
Last time with it for a couple days.
Yeah, I've done that recently.
Oh.
All right. We'll go ahead and get time rolling.
This is gonna be nice for mulching on here.
Nice.
27 meter mulcher.
It's 300 and it requires 360, so are we going with the case?
Tell you what, we'll we'll find a tractor for it. It'll be at the shop too.
Okay.
Actually, Ken, well, hang on. Well, we could go with like that. How fast does this thing need? 13 miles an hour? Yeah, Big Rolly only goes 12. Dang it. These fours, oh, they only all go 12. Oh no. Maybe we'll try a versatile tractor, the regular one. Yeah, we'll try that. We'll lease one of them up for fertilizing. How about that?
If the tractors only do 12 mile an hour, what good are they?
Tillage.
I was gonna say horsepower.
Yeah, horsepower, tillage, mostly, I would say.
Basically cheap horsepower, but not enough speed.
Yeah. One goes 15, Sean thinks. Which one? 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. 21. 24. 31. Jeez. Little speed demon here, boys. With 275 horsepower. This would be a good, like, pulling little wagons around Judith, Montana. Did I say that out loud? Crops are all... Did they grow? Did stuff actually pop out of the ground or no?
I do.
I don't think it did.
At least 5.
Faster.
In field 5, there's crops in the ground.
Oh, okay. Well, then we're fine. I just can't see it from where I'm at. That's all.
And field 3 is up.
All right. Okay. Bear, it is. I will tell you, if you're not seeing it, I had to verify my game files on the server PC this morning for the DLC to actually show up.
I didn't see it until like 8:30 because according to their video yesterday, it supposed to release 8 a.m. Eastern, which is 7 a.m. Central.
I saw Matt post that it was here like early.
Well, that was in the mod hub.
Oh, I gotcha.
Oh, even in the mod hub had issues because if you saw it in the mod hub and clicked on it,
Yeah, it said to buy it.
oh no, well no, if you clicked on it on like in the mod hub section, the website basically reloaded.
Oh,
Like you couldn't physically click on it; you had to click on it through DLC.
interesting. But the yeah, I couldn't get it on the server PC until I verified my files. It said I was missing one file, and as soon as I did that, it worked fine. So, yeah. Oh, yep. I see the problem with that tire. Yeah. Okay. All right. And then on this one, I think we're going to run the air boom on here too. I don't know why. I just think it's cool. Cause why not? Why not? We're just going to lease it. Why not, chat?
Yeah, that little weather station's kind of like invisible at that angle.
Oh, I see it there. Yeah. The little guy. Oh yeah, boys. We don't have a ton of fertilizer sitting around anywhere, do we?
No, not that I know of.
Okay. Well,
And
we're about to.
then the
I
Delta track
think we
kind of
got
has
a little in the tipper
Oh, okay.
ton there.
Yeah. Bear, what's going on?
What's happening?
Wait, hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay, you're good.
heard you before, yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is a dual. Okay, look at that. It is a dual hopper, which makes no sense for farm sim, but it's cool nonetheless. I like the grate across the top too, actually. That's pretty sick. Or is this a three hopper? This is a three hopper thing, isn't it?
Probably.
There's three distinct hoppers there, yeah.
The screen, I think, is standard on a lot of spreaders.
Yeah, oh
and air
yeah,
booms.
it is. Yeah, because you don't want any clumps. Oh, that tarp is beautiful, though. Oh my goodness. Oh, this thing's four-wheel steer? I didn't even know that. That tarp is amazing.
That's awesome.
Holy
slow.
smokes.
Does it slowly roll?
Oh, yeah. Dude, about time. Let's go. This thing. Okay, yep. We got PlayStation there. We got Xbox there. Yep. There's the controller down there. I see it. Good Lord. That's a dang old spaceship in here. This thing's wild. I like the big air filter on the back, or the screen on the back of that fan. This thing's about to whine. It's the one problem with anything with a fan. They are so loud. It's ridiculous. Triple hopper all the way across the sky.
All the way.
Where's the Switch for Steam Deck? It's in my bag. Well, you know, the Switch 2 you can't afford, so I don't have one of them. This thing's sick, though.
And this thing just takes all the fertilizer.
Does it?
Oh, that is so cool.
Yes.
That tarp?
Yes.
Oh, and it folds the ladder in the back, too, when you... Sick.
Mine does too. Both up.
Except for I left the plate on it. Dang it.
Oh,
It's a lease. It's a lease.
1,000.
Don't worry about it. They have to register the lease. You
The
know?
co-op's coming to town to do some spreading for us, you know? This is like Tony. This is Tony right here, boys. He doesn't have an air boom or a fent, but other than that, this is what Tony does.
And it's not stuck in the mud.
Which time?
At least the
Wait.
Salford holds more than the Fent.
Oh, yeah. Well, toe behind, yeah.
That's
You know, Tony...
18.7.
You know, Tony almost rolled his machine a while back, right?
No.
Yeah. He had that thing so buried on one side, it was about to go. He had a tire off the ground and everything.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. He was a little nervous about it. So,
I can definitely say this toe behind spreader.
yeah.
If we would use it long term, we definitely want a bigger tractor than this versatile.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
You know where that sprayer right there is going to look really good at?
Judith Plains, Montana.
That's right.
Well, did you
That
see what was
thing's gonna
posted
get so-
in Discord today?
No.
an auto drive config file.
Oh no! He's making the
Yes.
switch. He's doing it, chat.
Dude, you can see the fertilizer pulsing out of here. Okay, this actually looks
love it.
pretty good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, sign me up, boys. Take my money. Oh, wait, they already did. Park one of these in front
You
of
know
Mr.
what?
Wonderful's house. I could arrange that.
Season pass, worth
Yeah.
it for this.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, yeah. Look at that little bit of dust we're leaving. Oh, man. Yeah, this actually looks pretty sick so far. I'm here for it. Wait, did I not? Oh, I thought I turned it off. I hit the... Okay. Completely the wrong button.
You good if
Hold
I do a little cleaning and repairing?
Hey, you're good.
Okay. Just until there's a job to do.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, that you should have 40
Hey, hang on.
40 more extra horsepower.
What this thing requires?
Oh, the 365 has 400 horse. If that's what you got.
Hello. Oh, is it? Oh, wait, hang on. Wait, you can raise the machine up and down too?
The whole thing?
Yeah. Hang on, hang on.
Suspension?
Yeah, it's meant for when you have the sprayer on it.
It goes,
Okay.
Hit
Hang
them
on.
switches, John.
Oh yeah, and then you can shoot your tires out too.
Can you Carolina squat it?
I don't have an option for that, Bear. Maybe in future DLC.
We
The
get a
Carolina
mod
update. Oh, dude.
Yeah, you don't have precision on, so
No.
the full dump here.
Yep, full rate. Oh man. Yo, with the sun right now. Look at that
Oh, that's
fertilizer.
awesome.
They actually did a really good job with it. Remember, I'm the first one to criticize Giants, but I'll also be the first one to celebrate when they get something right.
I will say this actually does look really awesome.
Sprayer, you can
Okay.
raise and lower the boom. Yeah, that's a standard farm sim thing.
Hey, Nick, if you look inside the cab, you'll see a. I think it might be a Canadian maple leaf, maybe.
Wait, Giants didn't make this? What? Made it.
Is
Where
it
you
a
see
third
that
party?
at, Trent?
Left side of the steering column on the windshield.
Oh yeah, you do.
I don't know if that's. Well, it looks like it's a Canadian maple leaf.
Well, Versatile is Canadian, right?
I believe so.
Well, I can't zoom in.
Oh. I think they had someone else. Oh, it's two per. Okay, so we're speculating here. Okay, got it.
Yeah, it says made in Canada or something. I can't read the print, but it is.
It's like
Canadian.
backwards, isn't it?
That's pretty cool.
Oh.
Wait, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Don't hang on. Stay there.
Oh. And
Nick,
all the
stop moving.
little hydraulic switches
Stop
in the
moving.
cab
Stop
light up.
moving. Where's it at?
Wow.
On this
Left
front,
side of the,
Oh, it is
steering
right there. Yeah, okay. It's too small. I was thinking I could zoom in and see.
I say you just want to tab to it and get a better view.
I mean, wait, hang on, hang on. When you get out of this thing, you face the ladder, and the ladder comes down and smacks you in the forehead. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, there is a little sticker. Yeah. Oh, this.
All right. John, before I forget,
Yeah.
I did more thinking about the quote-unquote RP for
Okay.
the 4X map.
Yeah.
So this is just regardless of how many farms we have,
Okay.
right? Okay.
Mhm.
Now this one's. I'm going to start off with probably.
Here we go, chat.
Right
field.
away.
Wait, do I need to get my ratchet strap out? Seatbelt down?
You might want to get
Buckle
a couple
up.
extra clicks in there. You know. All right.
That ain't going nowhere.
The first one, and I think this would be a deal breaker for you.